Well, good afternoon from Epcot. We're here today on the first day of Food and Wine to check out the food booths, see what's new this year, what was kept from last year, and just overall have a good first day here at Food and Wine. We're gonna head over near Test Track to the fry booth first. That's the booth I've wanted to try the most this year and kind of just see what they've got. I know they've got some pickle fries and I believe some like salt and vinegar, almost like salt and vinegar potato chips French fries, which are my favorite potato chips, so I've got to try those. So we're gonna head over that way first and then head into the World Showcase and see what the booths have. So we made it over to the fry basket. We're over by Test Track, so you're probably gonna hear the cars go by, but I've been wanting to try this fry flight for $7.50 for a while now since they announced it. They have some fries that probably are gonna taste like salt and vinegar fries. Very excited about that. And then they also have the pickle fries. We'll have to try those on another day. And they also have a couple alcoholic beverages as well. All right, so here's a look at that fry flight. All of three of these sound delicious. There is a sea salt and malt vinegar fry, so more than likely kind of like a salt and vinegar fry over there on the right. In the middle, there's a barbecue bacon fry. And on the last one, there's a sweet potato casserole fry. Now that does have a marshmallow cream on it with maple bourbon glaze and then also candied pecans. So we're gonna try this. All right, so I'm over here by Test Track. You're gonna have to bear with me in between the cars going by, but first and foremost, we're gonna try the sea salt and malt vinegar fry. Now, cars going by. Now, I have a feeling these are probably going to taste a lot like salt and vinegar potato chips if you're someone who likes those. I love them. I'll eat them until I finish a whole bag. So I feel like this is going to be pretty good. Now, these aren't oily and they aren't wet. There's more of like a crumble on it. So let's give it a try. Very good. Most definitely taste like a salt and vinegar potato chip, but in French fry form. Very delicious. Honestly, I could eat like a whole serving of fries that taste like this. After that, we have the barbecue bacon fries. Now this has some aioli on it and then also chopped bacon on it. So let's give it a try. Okay, so that was a piece without the aioli. Really good. Let's get a piece with the aioli. Very good. So if you've ever had like barbecue potato chips, like Lay's potato chips, that's exactly what they taste like, but better. Like it's better barbecue seasoning. Very good. So now as I've tried a couple of these are a little warm, not spicy in any way, shape, or form, just a little warm, which is why I see they added the aioli to kind of neutralize it a little bit, but very good. Lastly, we have the sweet potato casserole fries, so let's go ahead and get it a try. Very good. Very sweet, very different from the other ones. Very, very sweet, very different from the other ones. It has like a candy taste to it. It also comes with a marshmallow kind of like whip on top. So I'm gonna dip it in it and kind of just give that a taste. Very good. Definitely adds to the sweetness. So it's kind of nice. You go from like salty and vinegary to a barbecue taste to a sweet. So you kind of get everything in there, all your different flavors, so you don't get tired of it. Overall, I think that this is a lot of food for $7.50. Like this could easily, you divide this up through several people. For me, myself, this is probably gonna fill me up pretty well. $7.50, you can't beat that. Car going by. Honestly, this is probably the best thing I've had in festival food in a long time. Like I know it's just French fries, but very good. I'm gonna give this a 5 out of 5. I know this is the first thing we've had during the festival, but a 5 out of 5. Okay, so we've made it over to the Odyssey building that has been completely rethemed to the Brewing Lab, sponsored by Muppets Labs. So there's a bunch of different wings options here, including some that are impossible, meaning that it is not real meat. And they have the new iconic pickle milkshake, as well as this frozen fusion, which is a Twinlings tea, frozen herbal tea that they've made. Definitely think we're gonna try that. Maybe not today, but another day. Now the pickle shake, we'll see if I try that one. But if you're a wings person, I think it's really cool that they've brought this in this year. Definitely a lot of different options. And not bad price points either. $7.50, very similar to what we just paid for those fries. So in here, inside of the Odyssey building, the Muppets have completely taken over. Now it's a little loud because it's opening day and there's a lot of people in here, but Muppets Labs have taken over. Everything is science and everything is experimenting with the food. Even the cast members have lab coats on as they're walking around helping guests. It's a really, really cool experience in here, very different from like Festival of the Arts and from Flower and Garden. It's very cute. There's even a video playing up on the screen of the Muppets experimenting with the different foods. It's very funny and very cute to watch as you sit in here and eat your food. Definitely an awesome experience to come in here. Even if you don't want the wings or you don't want the pickle shake, come in here and check out how cute it is. All right, so I'm making my way around the World Showcase. I'm actually skipping several of the countries because I want to head towards Switzerland. Switzerland has what is virtually a macaroni and cheese with ham in it. One other thing, I'll have to look when we get there, and it just sounds delicious. And I am in the mood for macaroni and cheese, so we're headed that way. I want to give you guys a good idea of just how busy it can be during an opening weekend for a festival. So today is actually opening, but these crowds will probably stay at this level throughout the weekend. Hopefully if I zoom in a little bit, you guys can just see how busy it is. The Food and Wine is probably the best festival that Epcot has, so the crowds are definitely worth braving to try this food. Back here in World Showcase near the African Outpost, and as you move your way into Germany, they do have some of the merchandise. For example, this is the Loungefly for Food and Wine. Very cute. I love that it has Epcot on it, or the Epcot, Spaceship Earth on it, and it is $78, so that $10 less because it doesn't have ears. Sometimes they are $88 when they have this front on them, but it looks like this one's $78. Very cute. I have a feeling this one will sell out pretty fast. They also have a lot of the tech stuff, so they have the AirPod cases. These look to be, no, these are not the pass holder ones, but very, very cute. They have the ornaments as well. The ornaments are $20, and the AirPod cases is for the standard AirPods are $20 as well. Then they have some phone cases. I really like these. Here's the annual pass holder one, and then here's just the regular Food and Wine one for 2023. Very cute as well. These guys usually are $35. Let's take a look here. Yeah, $35. They also have the hat. Now this is embroidered on here while the rest of it is like screen printed, like ironed vinyl on. It looks like it is $30. It also has a little patch on the side that says Food and Wine Festival 2023. So don't forget, if you're here for Food and Wine, they do have a Meals Fromage montage, which is basically walking around the world and getting stamps for eating different foods. If you eat 5 of the listed menu items, you're going to collect a stamp at each one, and then you are going to get a unique treat at the end. So we're actually going to try our very first one. This is this, I don't even know how to say it, but it's German, and it's basically a macaroni and cheese. We're going to get it over at the Germany booth, and that's going to be our first stamp. Here's the menu for the Germany pavilion. They have that first item, which is what we're going to try, which is virtually macaroni and cheese with ham, onions, and cheese. They have a bratwurst that sounds very good, as well as an apple strudel, which is kind of like an apple pie. They usually have pretty good alcohol here as well in the Germany pavilion, so let's go ahead and get our first stamp on the cheese fromage, walk around Epcot, and we'll go from there. All right, so we have our cheese and ham noodle, pretty much macaroni and cheese with ham, and we're eating it, of course, on top of the Table of Champions, a Disney trash can, because it is so busy. So let's dig into this and see how it tastes. All right, so we're eating on top of a trash can, so it's gonna be a little hard to film, but let's get that first bite. I've got a little bit of macaroni and a little bit of ham in it as well. That's really good. I mean, it is macaroni with ham, delicious. How could you go wrong with macaroni and ham? But really good. A good serving too. I mean, it was $7.50, but I feel like it's a pretty decent serving size. Let's get another bite. Trying the cheese, like, I wish I could film this, but the cheese, as you can see, is just like pulling apart, and it's baked on the top as well. So, the second bite is just as good. It's very, very cheesy. It has that like oily yumminess that baked macaroni has. And then you tack the ham on top of it and it just adds to it. It is so good. I'm giving this a 5 out of 5 too. I mean, I'm usually really picky when it comes to festival food, but both of these have been great. So let's see if I can get another one of those cheese pulls. So you can see, because it's baked on the top, it doesn't like to pull. And normally you would probably be using like both hands and knife to do this, but I'm doing this while filming. As you can see, it's very cheesy and pulls apart. Very, very, very good. Worth trying, especially if you're going to do the cheese, like walk around, the meal, montage, whatever it's called. Definitely very good. Ended up walking all the way around the World Showcase. I was so full after finishing that last thing. Still a 5 out of 5. It was so good. So I decided it's time for dessert and I want chocolate. So I've come over here to Ireland, which is in the UK pavilion, and I'm gonna get this warm chocolate pudding cake with an Irish cream liquid custard. Hopefully this one's a little bit better than what they had for Flower and Garden. They had something that was very, very similar over in Canada for Flower and Garden, but it was maple. So we'll see how this one stands against the one from Flower and Garden. Okay, so here's that cake. I'm using the phone of my flashlight because it is starting to get dark outside. Definitely looks very different than how they show it on the picture, which is kind of usual. They look a little bit different, but we're gonna try this. There's lots of the cream sauce, so I'm excited about that. We'll just take a bite and see how this tastes. Okay, so here's our first bite. I have the cake as well as lots of this, like the Irish sauce. So let's give it a bite. Let's give it a try. Very good. Super, super, super warm. Like this was made very fresh. Very warm. Now it's actually kind of like gooey on the inside. I expected it to kind of be more like a regular cake, but it's gooey. That might be just because it's warm. Let's get another bite. Definitely really good. It's actually hot. I was starting to burn my tongue a little bit. It's really warm. Like it kind of feels like these just came out of the oven recently, not like they've been sitting under heat lamps. It's very warm, but really, really, really good. It's ooey and gooey on the inside, not overly chocolate, because you know how sometimes chocolate desserts can be like so chocolate it smacks you in the face and it's just not good anymore. Just the right amount of chocolate, and then the cream sauce really just gives it this vanilla-y kind of Irish cream flavor to it as well. Very good. Now, I was so hoping we were gonna get another 5 out of 5, so that we could say that everything we tried tonight so far has been a 5 out of 5. Honestly, I'm gonna give this a 4 out of 5, only because it's nothing like wow spectacular. It's definitely better than the dessert we tried for Flower and Garden. That was a maple chocolate cake. I'm always gonna try the chocolate cakes. I love chocolate cake. And it definitely was not as good. It was very cold, kind of bland. This one's really warm and really good, but still, it's not a 5 out of 5. I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 5, which is not the greatest. I was hoping everything we tried tonight was a 5 out of 5 for the first night of the festival, but that's okay. It's still really good, and for the price, it's definitely worth trying. Over here in the gift shop, beside, or it's actually kind of as you walk out of Canada, they do have a lot of the Disney X designer collections. This is the Outdoor Voices collection, and it is actually 30% off. And remember, you can tack on your annual pass holder discount on top of that. These are a lot of sports bras that are inspired by Disney characters, so you have Minnie over here, Goofy over here. That is $76. They also have the leggings or yoga pants that match. This very cute like sports dress. I bet you, yeah, it looks like it has kind of like a sports bra top in it. Continuing on, they also have a Mickey and then another Goofy sports bra, as well as some shorts this time instead of those leggings or those yoga pants. Here's the pants for Mickey. And cool enough, they have like a little pack that clips onto the pants. So you could put some hair ties, possibly even a cell phone. It looks like a pretty big pack. And that is $98. My favorite part from this collection is the button-up shirt. And it has Goofy all over it. And then you can also pair that or do it separately with the little dress. Again, this has kind of like a built-in sports bra in it. And it is $118. Remember, all of that is 30% off, and then you can tack any other discounts you have on top of that. So I'm slowly making my way out of the World Showcase. I'm full. I don't think I can eat any more today, but don't worry, we're gonna come back over here several more times here at the start of the festival so that I can show you guys as much of the food as possible. Now, as everyone's making their way back into World Showcase to watch Epcot Forever, I'm gonna head over into the Creation Shop to see if I can show you guys a better look at all the merchandise. There's quite a bit of merchandise for Food and Wine. Not only is there like the standard Food and Wine merchandise, they also did an Encanto themed Food and Wine merchandise as well. So there's lots to go see. It's probably gonna be pretty busy in there, but we're gonna see what all we can see when we go in there. So here's a look at the Spirit jersey for this year. It says food brings the world together with a Spaceship Earth on it. It is $80. On the front of it, It has the International Food and Wine Festival 2023. This is kind of like the symbol or the stamp they're using this year for food and wine. Very cute. Just a little dangerous with the white. I noticed that the Spirit jersey also has the Disney stamp. All Spirit jerseys have always had this little tag that said Spirit jersey, but I noticed as of recently, in the past like 6 months, most of the Spirit jerseys do have this little iron-on stamp that says Disney on it. Also have a couple options for those of you who do collect the salt and pepper shakers that look like trash cans. This is the classic Food and Wine one with, again, that Food and Wine 2023 stamp. It is $12.99. Down below, they also have a charcuterie board that I'll show you guys over on the other side because it's very heavy, but it is $40. Here's a look at that charcuterie board. It's pretty big, like there's the size of my hand. You could fit quite a bit on there. It has that stamp on it as well. And what's really cute about it is around the sides, it has the different countries on it. Really cute if you're into charcuterie, and that is $40. While we're talking about charcuterie, let's talk about wine. They have a stemless wine glass, and it has, again, that same stamp that they're using for food and wine, and then it says wine your way around the world. It is $20. And they also have a stemmed wine glass that says International Food and Wine Festival with some like the countries on it, it looks like, and then a little bit of wine. This one is $20 as well. So it doesn't look like there's a difference in Disney's eyes on stemless versus not stemless. Then down here they have the corksicle. This is one of the corksicles that has a very similar design to the stemless or the stemmed wine glass. This one is $50 and it just has that on it, and then it says corksicle on the inside. A pretty nice mug. I wish it said how many ounces. Let's look here. 24 ounces this is. I have this button-up poloed or like collared shirt. Very, very cute. I think this is probably one of my favorite pieces. And it is, let's see if we can find the tag here, $135. I'm looking to see if it's some sort of collection. Yeah, it looks like it's Disney and Ryan Spooner. I'll have to look that up, but it looks like it's actually a collaboration, which explains why it's $135. For the mini ears for this year, they say choose your course with that same print on them, and then on the side they're embroidered and it says 2023. One thing I love is Disney has went back to the short tags, not the long tags that trailed like all the way down here and you were either cutting them off or wrapping around your ears. I'm glad they went back to the short tags. It looks like these are $35. Here's the other corksicle for food and wine. It has this print of Mickey and Minnie all the way around it, and it says Epcot International Food and Wine 2023. I definitely think I like this one more than the other one, and then it says corksicle on the back. It's supposed to kind of imitate a stemless wine glass, and it is $40 instead of $50 like the other one. Let's see if I can read on here. It doesn't say like the sticker's covering it, but probably a little bit less than 24 ounces in comparison to the other one, so that's why it's a little bit cheaper. Then this year they have this wooden tray that you can fit 4 wine glasses on, and then you could also put charcuterie on it as well. They have several of them, and it's engraved with food and wine with Mickey and Minnie on it, and it is $50. Here's another look at that Loungefly we saw earlier. They have a lot of them here, but I have a strong feeling this one's going to be kind of popular this year, so make sure if you're coming into Epcot and you want this to pick it up. I also believe it hit Shop Disney today. I don't know if it's still sold out. I'll have to check, and then I'll try to put that in this video. Something else unique they have this year are these coasters. These are $25, and they have a little sample of them right here, and each one looks like a different piece of a patty, and each one is stamped with either a Mickey head, like there was Spaceship Earth, or actually that one was Spaceship Earth, the International Festival. Very, very cute. A cool gift if you're looking to purchase something like a little bit different from International Food and Wine. They also have this mug. It kind of reminds me very similar to a mixture of the different wine glasses. It's a lot smaller than most mugs that at least I use, but if you're somebody who likes a little bit smaller to keep stuff warm, this is a good option for $20. My favorite part is the handle looks like the Spaceship Earth pattern. And if you're a collector of this trash can salt and pepper shakers, they have a different option as well. This one having Spaceship Earth saying International Food and Wine Festival with Mickey on one side and then Minnie on the other, and that one's $12.99 as well. We also have several pin options for this festival. This one is the International Food and Wine Festival 2023. It is $17.99. They have this one that has that wine your way around the world, similar to what they've put on the wine glasses. Again, actually this one is $20. Let's double check the price on the first one. Yeah, that first one was $17.99. Then down here closer to the bottom, they have part of the Encanto themed food and wine. This one has Mirabelle on it, and it is $20. And then in the last one is probably my favorite, and it has the entire family on it with Epcot International Food and Wine, and it is $17.99. Another look at the tank top, and it has these little ties on the side, so you could pull those ties and kind of make this a little bit shorter in the front. It has Minnie Mouse on it, and it is $40. I've headed over to the annual pass holder section. They do have some annual pass holder exclusive merch for Food and Wine. I actually bought this earlier. This is the pass holder pen, and it has a Figment on it. Very cute. It's $17.99. And then around here, probably my favorite thing out of all the merchandise for Food and Wine this year is the Figment shirt. It's so cute. I literally, like, I have to get this. It is so, so cute. I love the style on it and the colors. It is $40. Continuing through Creation Shop, I've run into more of that Encanto merch that's specifically for Food and Wine. Here we have like a pitcher and then some glasses inside of it, some plastic glasses. Really fun for like picnics or your outdoor retreats. And that is $35. Really cute just for a back porch or anything when you're hanging out in the summertime. Also on this booth, they have these little like tablespoons. They're made out of ceramics, so you're gonna have to be careful with these, but they're very cute. They're $14.99, each one inspired by a different Encanto character. Definitely really like those. And then also in the theme of Encanto kitchenware, they have this tea towel, and then also, so a tea towel and a oven mitt for $21.99. The oven mitt has the Casa House on it, and then the tea towel has a bunch of the Encanto characters on it. Very, very, very cute. They also have a spatula that has Mirabelle and then International Food and Wine Festival on the other side. It is, let's see if the camera will focus, $14.99 to $15. And then they also have a series of plate that has Mirabelle and then a couple of different characters, like here's one with the house on it. There is 2 plates here, so it looks like it's Mirabelle and the 2 in the house, and it is $20. They also have this serving tray that looks like the house from Encanto. It's really large, like there's my hand. It's a very large tray, and it is $20. Then another thing I think I absolutely love out of this collection, this is a apron that looks like Mirabelle's dress from Encanto, and then embroidered on it, has International Food and Wine Festival on it, and it is $35. Now this is one size, meaning more than likely it's an adult, but it looks like you can adjust this here and would probably be able to fit kids. It just might be a little oversized. They also came out with an Epcot Encanto House for Food and Wine shirt as well. Very soft t-shirt. I really like that fact of it. And it is, let's see here, $35. Then for the Encanto stuff, instead of having a Corksicle collaboration, these are actually a Tervis collection for $29, actually $30. And it's very, very cute. Again, it has Mirabelle on it, and then just some food around the back of it. Really cute, and it says International Food and Wine Festival. Per Food and Wine usual, there's usually some sort of like reusable cutlery or serving trays, something that you can actually use when you're back in the pavilions. And this is this year's, it's a bamboo engraved tray. You can actually put like a drink right here, and then you can put your food right there and carry that around with you back in the pavilions, and it is $12. I also have a picnic blanket for International Food and Wine. It's $40, and they actually have an example of it out here. It definitely feels like it's a very nice material that you could like wipe off or wash. And to be honest, you could probably actually use this in the parks to sit on the ground to eat if you had to, or you had little kids. Keeping with the theme of things you could probably actually use while you're here for Food and Wine, they did a collaboration with Tupperware and created this little lunchbox kind of thing. It definitely could fit a standard sandwich, and it is $15. I think this is one of the last items they have out right now. This is the International Food and Wine Festival like slip jacket. It has Mickey and then that choose your course on it as well. It is, let's see here, $100. It's $99.99. And it is actually, it doesn't have a hood. It's like a crew neck, but if I flip it around here, it zips up. So it's not really a spirit jersey. It's not really a hoodie. And it does have pockets here. So it's kind of like just a zip-up jacket, and then it has that International Food and Wine Festival on the front. This is not Food and Wine related, but this Stitch Spirit jersey is definitely new, or at least it's new to me. It's $88 and so cute. Like, I love that Stitch is just kind of like hiding down in there. Very cute and unique for all those Stitch lovers out there. I lied, that was not the last piece of Food and Wine merchandise. They do have the Dooney and Burke collection. They have this very big tote. It's probably my favorite Dooney and Burke for Food and Wine I've seen. It is $298, and then they have this crossbody, which is $198, that has Mickey and Minnie on it. And then both of them have the little embossed tag that says Epcot International Food and Wine Festival 2023. All right, and with that, it is time to draw our Epcot Day 1 International Food and Wine Festival day to a close. I know it was a short one, but we came over here after 5 o'clock, so there wasn't too much I could get through. The lines are really long on day 1, so expect over like the first weekend that you're gonna wait in probably 25-minute lines for food. Just kind of is what it is on the first day of festival, but the food is so good. It's so worth the wait, and those wait times will go down as the festival goes on, but we're gonna come back over here tomorrow night as well to try a few other foods, try to do some more on the cheese walk as well. So there's lots to do during this festival. It goes on all the way till November, so we're gonna come back several times, don't worry. But make sure to subscribe, like this video, and then hit that notification bell so that you are notified every time a video comes out, including more food and wine videos. So with that, Epcot Forever is going on behind me. I'm gonna call it close. Good night, guys.